I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of
Welcome back to the
Forbes
Credit Gal Show
magazine.
on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm your host, Darbe Nokes. I'm with Mark Figearo. Said it right. He is the CEO, co-founder of SunPower By Green Convergence.
Got it.
And so glad that you're here. And, I'm just really curious, why, Mark, did you get in the solar business?
When the economy kind of went down,
Yeah.
I was an electrical contractor. My partner was a roofing contractor. And honestly, construction had really slowed down.
Yeah.
And solar is something that he had a background in, I had a background, but it really hadn't taken off until we had this Million Solar Home initiative with the credits and the rebates and all these things that started making it financially feasible for people. And so, as we talked in the earlier segment, we were on a building committee for our church.
Yeah.
And we were building a super efficient church, and we got talking solar, and one thing led to another, and the next thing we're in the solar business and haven't looked back, and just both of us are so passionate about the business and about what we do, and it's it's really a family company. A lot of his family members, my family members, make
I
up
love
the company, and then obviously we've grown. We went from a couple of people in a home office to about 11,000 square foot facility with a design center. A little over 50 people now working for us.
Wow.
So it's been an amazing ride in a bad economy. So we obviously feel incredibly blessed to have had this opportunity. And the thing we love about it is you're really helping people. You're really doing something that at the end of the day they've really benefited from. And we've yet to have somebody that has ever come up and said, I shouldn't have done that, or I regret that. And even one of my favorite stories is we had a couple, both retired LAPD, and she made no bones about that she did not want solar. And make a long story short, after we did the solar, we were doing an event in Central Park, and she came up to me and just said, Mark, I'm over the cost. I love my solar. And she goes, I am so sorry I was so mean to you. And it was the most satisfying thing, because she really didn't want it, and her husband was driving it. And once she had it, and that Edison bill was gone, and that's always the story.
I mean, an Edison bill is got. First of all, when you're talking about Edison bill being gone, or tax credits or anything, every year we have more things that we're taxed on.
You think?
Tax code. And so, if somebody comes to me just with that and says, I'm going to get rid of your Edison bill, I'm raising my hand. And, I want to hear more about that, because I don't think people are educated. I think solar, we hear commercials every day, Mark, on solar companies. But your SunPower is the first master dealer in the U.S.
Right.
What makes you different from all these other solar companies I hear on the radio all the time?
Well, one, we're licensed roofing, electrical, and general contractors. My partner and I have those licenses. We're not some investor-owned company that hires a license. We have both. Each of us have 30-plus years in the trade. My partner in roofing, myself in electrical. So we have all these licenses. One thing we find is our clients like the fact that we don't subcontract, that the people showing up their house all are wearing our shirts, work for us, so there's that accountability.
Yep.
And honestly, we train our our installers that they're our number one sales team. If they don't do a great job, courteous, clean, salesperson be great, that we're not going to get a referral. So we really train our installers to just excel, and they take a lot of pride in what they do. And so that's one of the differentiators. The master dealer, SunPower has about 1,800 dealers worldwide, around 400 in the United States. And this master dealer program was to kind of bring SunPower out, because there's some companies that people recognize the name in solar, and even though SunPower is the second largest U.S. manufacturer and a worldwide presence, a very large multi-billion-dollar company, the name isn't recognizable because the dealer network, like we used to be Green Convergence,
right?
And we were SunPower dealer, and so the master dealer program is to tie the manufacturer's name. And so when they were looking at who was going to be first, a couple of things that got us that was the fact that our customer satisfaction is typically 100%. Very hard to do in construction. We make
Very
mistakes.
hard to do.
Construction goes wrong. Our differentiators, we stay with you. We're in this till you're happy. We're not done.
leaving.
We're
Till
not
you're
done
done,
till
till
you're
you're done.
happy.
Till you're done. Yeah.
And then our what they call our fleet average. So they look at what we promise the clients the system's going to do, what it actually does. So SunPower tracks all of that through their monitoring system. We have the highest fleet performance in the nation. Almost half of our systems overproduce what we told our clients. Nobody's happy.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that you quote your clients something and you're actually under-promising
Correct.
and over-delivering.
Correct.
Where does that happen in this world?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of what we call the used car salesman in
mentality.
solar that just they're selling a dollar amount and they're not really telling you exactly what you're going to owe Edison, because you don't pay Edison until the end of the year.
Yeah.
You pay a little connection fee, and so they're long gone by the time you get your Edison bill at the end of the year. And we just hear these stories. I thought I had no Edison bill, and all of a sudden I got a $1,500 bill at the end of the year. People aren't happy if they haven't been told that.
I mean, you have to have the right information. You need to go with an expert. And obviously, SunPower by Green Convergence is an expert, 100% satisfaction with their clients.
Yeah.
That's very, 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 very impressive.
Because, we're straight shooters. I mean, there's an added accountability. My partner and I, we live here. We've raised our families here. We run into our clients at the grocery store, at the movie theater, the restaurant, church.
That you want them to be happy.
Yeah, you don't want to be ducking,
Yeah, you don't want them to be ducking. They've taken out, their stuff. Well, we have a lot to talk about, and I know we're going to come back. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Credit Gal on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.